Janet, thanks again for taking care of the kids today. Please do it again next weekend. I'll bring the kids at 7 a.m., just like today. No. I'm sorry, but if you have no one to take care of them, then I don't blame you. But if you leave your children early in the morning every weekend like this, I can't do anything on my day off. I want to take it easy on my day off too. What? Don't you dare talk to your sister-in-law that way. Who do you think you are? If I were just hanging out, you might say so, but I'm working. And yet you're too cold. You say so, but your husband is off on weekends, right? Then please ask your husband first. Huh? My husband has a lot of socializing. He has many hobbies, like golf and baseball. That's part of his job. I know you don't understand that because you don't get paid well. I understand that you think socializing is part of his job, but your husband is their father. Isn't it strange that I take care of your kids while he's out playing golf or baseball, even for work? What's so strange about that? Even if we are sisters-in-law, you could help me out a little. So I'm willing to take care of them when I have to. But to be left in charge every week like I am now, it's not good for me. If you can't get your husband's help, maybe you can change your job to one that allows you weekends off. I think that's the way to go. Huh? You can't say it that easily. How hard can it be to find a job while having a child? You who have been married for 6 years and still don't have a single child? You have no idea. Anyway, I can't take care of them next weekend. Please talk it over with your husband. You are a bastard. Don't make it sound like you're the only one taking care of them. You're leaving most of it to my mother anyway. You've never raised a child before, have you? You don't know anything. Your mother is old. She's in no condition to take care of the kids, so I'm taking care of them all by myself. What? She never told me that. She doesn't want to worry you, does she? Anyway, please stop relying on your mother. Huh? This is how people without children talk. What's wrong with you? I really want to have children too. There are other people who want to have children but can't for various reasons. Please don't talk like that. This is your chance to tell me, why don't you have kids? You've been married for 6 years. Even my brother, when we met the other day, said he wanted to have kids as soon as possible. I'm sure my mother wants to see her grandchildren soon too. If you would have a baby, you would be home on maternity leave for a while. I can leave my children with you easily. After all, that's what you want, isn't it? I want to have a child too. But there are a lot of things to think about, like timing and our jobs. While you're talking like that, you'll be old in no time. Before you know it, you'll be too old to have kids. I don't care if you regret it. My brother might even get fed up with you. Is that okay with you? Thank you for your advice. Sorry, I have to prepare dinner, so if you'll excuse me now.
I got a call from my sister just now. Janet, she asked you to take care of her kids again next week and you said no. Why did you say no? That's not nice.
Then why don't you take care of them? They're your nephew and niece. I've been really tired lately and I just want to relax on my day off.
What the hell? Are you saying I'm not tired? You're a real sarcastic bitch just because I happen not to be working right now.
I didn't say you weren't tired. I'm just saying I wish you'd start working.
Shut up. I want to work too, but I can't find a job.
You're not even looking for a job to begin with.
Anyway, it's not like you have any plans next weekend. Why don't you take care of them?
I told you I can't. I already said no.
Then let's have a baby too, for goodness sake. You don't have kids, so you don't know how my sister feels.
Don't talk like that. Besides, I'd like to have kids too. I've told you before that I want you to get a regular job for that, right? You say you just don't happen to be working right now, but it's been almost 6 months since you quit your job. We only have my income and you always want nice things. We don't even have any savings. I'm not sure I want to have a baby in this situation.
Even my sister said she barely has any savings. You're thinking too much. Things will work out.
I don't think so. Well, I guess there are people who think that way. I don't see it that way. That's why I want you to get a regular job so that we can have children. And besides, if you're not working, I'd appreciate it if you'd at least take the initiative to do the housework. And yet, you are never home. Not only do you not take the initiative, you don't even do the chores when I ask you to. I even cook dinner after I get home. I even take care of your mother. I can't handle it all by myself. I can't have a baby in this situation.
What? Janet, you're talking about my mother like a burden.
I didn't say that. I love your mother. She treated me well and I want to help her as much as I can. But I am trying to tell you that there are limits to what I can do on my own. Let me be a little harsh. I don't think you are ready to be a father. Even if we had a baby, you're going to leave me to take care of the kid, work and housework, aren't you?
Huh? Stop talking nonsense. As long as we have a child, I'll do it right.
I don't believe that. Then do it now. I just want you to reassure me a little.
Though I patiently listen to your silly talk, why are you so puffed up? What the hell? You can't even take care of my sister's kids. I don't want a kid with a bad personality like you either.
Bob, I never said I didn't want kids. I just wanted you to think about the future.
Shut up, shut up, shut up. I don't need you anymore. I married you because you make good money, but you are so arrogant because of that. I'd rather have a pretty and young girlfriend and have a baby with her. I don't need you anymore.
Girlfriend? Bob, what are you talking about? Don't tell me you've been cheating on me or something. Bob, answer the question. Janet, Bob didn't come home yesterday, did he? How did you know that? Because he called me. He was very angry and said he was divorcing you. He said he doesn't want a wife who can't even have a baby and talks back to him. He said he was going to see his girlfriend yesterday. Did you know he had a girlfriend? Yep, I've known it for a long time. I was pushing him to go for a younger, prettier girlfriend. Maybe my nudging worked. I don't want a sister-in-law who can't even have children. Get out of that mansion right now. The house my brother built for you and my mother is too good for you. My brother even said he wants you out of the house so he can have me live there. Bob said that? Yes, it's too bad you had such a nice house to live in. This is what happens when you don't listen to me and Bob. Also, the fancy car in the garage is mine. I'll take it since it doesn't suit you. I see. Good. I'll leave the house and the car to you. What? What do you mean? You're just acting tough, aren't you? If you don't want them, that's fine. What will you do? If you say you don't want them now, I won't give them to you ever again. If you say you want them, even if you say you'll give them back later, it'll be too late. What? Of course I want them. You don't have that kind of authority. You bought them with my brother's money. You really don't know anything, do you? I'm moving out tomorrow. Please move into this house as soon as possible. I will do so before you tell me. My husband said he's jealous of your nice house too. I bet he'll be happy. I see. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I don't want a cheating husband. I'm divorcing him just like you wanted. You're surprisingly understanding, aren't you? Bob will be so happy. Well then, happy packing. I've already moved out. You can move in any time. I'm sure your mother feels lonely now. Please do it as soon as possible. By the way, the divorce papers have been filed and Bob and I are divorced. So you and I are strangers now. Thank you for everything. Thank you. Now the mansion and the luxury car are mine. Bye-bye, ex-sister-in-law. Hey, what's going on? Hey, answer the phone. I'm at work right now. I'd like you to call me later if possible. It's an emergency. Then can you at least text me? Why is my mother in a wheelchair? I didn't know this. No. I told you she's in no condition to take care of your kids. How am I supposed to understand that? You'd better explain it to me.
That's because you didn't ask. If you had come to check on her on a regular basis, you would have known right away, but you didn't do that, did you? I am her ex-daughter-in-law. I don't think it's right for a daughter-in-law to tell you that your mother is now living in a wheelchair. At the very least, my ex-husband should tell you, right?
That's... By the way, I saw some papers on the table. What did you mean I have to pay the rest of the loan? This house and car have so many loans left.
Isn't it obvious? Don't you understand that if you think about it a little? I only have a modest income and my ex-husband is unemployed. We had to pay for your mother's care and we can only afford to pay back a little each month. Bob was working when we took out the loan. When I was single, I saved a lot of money. I think we were able to get the loan because I put down a lot of down payment. It's doubtful that we could have even gotten a loan with our income.
What? My brother is unemployed? That's a lie.
I'm not lying. Even if he gets a job, he says it's not for me. And he quits right away. I wonder if employers are hesitant to hire someone who has changed jobs so many times. He can't get a job. Then my ex-husband gave up looking for a job. He has been unemployed for more than 6 months. In addition to being unemployed, he had me take care of your children. He also had me take care of his mother, the house loan, and everything else. And to top it all off, he cheated on me. How could I say, yes, I understand, to someone like that and want to have children?
I didn't know. You've been paying the mortgage and the house and the car, right? If that's the case, will you continue to pay them for us, Janet?
No, I won't do that. I was just paying for them and they're in Bob's name. I have no obligation to pay for them. You and your family should handle it. But your mother is bedridden. My ex-husband is unemployed and I'll be asking him alimony. You can't count on him.
Alimony?
He was cheating on me, so it's only natural.
You can't claim alimony without any proof of an affair.
I do have proof though.
Huh? You're lying.
I'm not lying. Both you and my ex-husband politely took the trouble to tell me that he was having an affair. I've asked a detective agency to thoroughly investigate.
That's a lie. You don't have to go that far.
No. He cheated on me and kicked me out of the house. I had to pay a mortgage on a house that wasn't even in my name. Did you think I would back down now? You shouldn't mess with me. I looked into it. My ex-husband didn't even have a job. He's been cheating on me for quite some time now. I'm sure my ex-husband will be receiving a certified letter from my lawyer soon. Please let him know.
Oh no, a lawyer?
I don't think you can rely on Bob, who is unemployed and in debt. Good luck paying back the loan.
Oh no, I'm busy with work and raising our children. Our children are going to cost a lot of money as they get older.
I'm sure that I understand how hard it is for you more than anyone else. Your mother is in a wheelchair, so she needs more care. Your husband plays golf all the time without taking care of your children. Your brother is unemployed and in debt. It would be nice if there was someone else you could rely on.
Actually, my husband is about to give up on me. When I told him that I had to take care of my mother who lives in a wheelchair, I don't want to live with my mother-in-law, so I'm not going to live in that house. As for the car, I'm fine with the car I'm driving now. He told me to take care of the loan myself because you reap what you sow. If we live separately, I might get a divorce.
That's why I told you. Your husband is giving up on you. Who are you going to turn to?
It wasn't supposed to be like this. Janet, I'm sorry. I was wrong.
There's no need for you to apologize. You just have to take care of the loan payment.
Oh no.
Janet, I'm sorry. Forgive me. What the hell? I'm at work. Janet, please forgive me. So, what on earth is going on? My sister told me. She said you had told my sister to pay the house and car loan. She has 2 kids and can't afford it. Are you an idiot? What? She can't afford it, so you want me to pay for it? You are kidding me.
Up until now, despite the fact that it's in your name, I've been paying the mortgage on the house and a luxury car I have no interest in. I want you to be grateful for that, and we aren't married anymore. Why should I pay the mortgage in your name when I am no longer your wife? Give me a break. It's in your name, so if your sister can't afford it, you should pay it.
Then at least give me a break on the alimony. I don't have a job, and if my sister can't pay the mortgage, I have to pay the mortgage myself. And on top of that, alimony...
Don't be naive. The only reason you've been unemployed all this time is for your convenience. Whose fault is it that you cheated on me? It was you, wasn't it? I'm the victim of an affair, so it's my right to demand alimony.
Oh no.
You blamed me for not having kids, like it was my fault. It's all your fault. I could see how hard it would be for me to have a child with an unemployed, unhelpful pimp like you.
Huh? You don't have to say that much.
I've been called a bastard and a sarcastic bitch. I was verbally abused a lot. I don't think you should do what you don't like to others.
Janet, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm breaking up with her. I'll never contact her. I may not be able to get a job right away, but I'll do my best to find one. I'll help out with the housework as much as I can. Can we start over?
How can you lie so easily just because you don't want to pay alimony?
I'm not lying. I'm serious.
You even told me you don't need me anymore. How can I believe you? And I don't know what you think you're doing, but I don't have any feelings for you. I don't love you anymore, so I refuse. I don't even want to contact you directly anymore, so I leave the rest to my lawyer. I'll be counting on you to pay me alimony.
Oh no.
I then asked for a lawyer. Since I was not at fault at all, $20,000 in alimony was safely transferred to me. There was no way my ex-husband had that kind of money, and he probably borrowed it from somewhere. I heard from a mutual acquaintance that my ex-husband had started working part-time at a nearby convenience store, so I went to check it out. I overheard a girl about half his age saying, "How many times do I have to tell you? You're so incompetent. You've got to get a grip." I couldn't bear to watch. Yes, I was really concerned about my ex-mother-in-law, so I contacted his cousin and asked her about her situation. She told me that she had treated her well. She told me that she would take care of her because she couldn't leave her alone. I took a week off, and with the money from my ex-husband, I'm planning to go on an overseas trip. I will enjoy the trip as much as I can and try my best to make a fresh start.
Ew, my bastard brother is getting married? On top of that blonde girl is going to be your wife? For real? That's so gross. What is it? Is it so weird that I'm getting married? Yeah, it's crazy. Is that so? Well, it kind of makes sense now that I know that it's that plain Joe you're getting married to. But still, it sounds weird. What do you mean? You make no sense. I mean, I introduced her to you when we were at Mom and Dad's. Don't say anything bad about my fiancé. But seriously, I don't know what's so good about such a plain, dull girl. In Joe's case, it's neat and modest. Love is blind. Oh well, you're far from being an elitist couple like Josh and me, who are Ivy League graduates and working for a major corporation. I guess it's a perfect match for someone like you who didn't even go to college and work at a small company. I'm sure you're aware of it, but don't expect me to have a good sister-in-law relationship with her. You kidding? That's exactly what I have in mind. What do you mean? You think I don't know that you bullied Jill in middle school while you two were in the same class? Even now, the way you're acting, just to find out that we're getting married. Besides, both mom and dad favored you more. I left home because I didn't feel like I belonged there. I did introduce Jill to you guys as an obligatory greeting, because that's what you're supposed to do. You are invited to the wedding, by the way. But I don't basically plan to have in-law moments with you guys, other than at family weddings and funerals. So I'd appreciate it if you do the same. All right. You guys really seem to know where you stand. Whatever. Hey, Jill. I'm sorry my sister and her husband were so rude to you today. My parents acted the same until they truly understand who you are. Really sorry about that too. It's okay, Kyle. You've apologized to me so many times. Plus, you've warned me ahead. After all, it's that Sarah and her parents who adores her. To tell the truth, it was pretty much as I expected. Really? By the way, looks like Sarah forced you to exchange contacts with you. Were you okay with that? Sure, I'm fine with it, as long as it's just a text messages. I told them we won't be participating in any family occasions. You can just block her, okay? I'm thinking of blocking her after the wedding. For now, it's safer to stay chill and leave the door open for her, don't you think? Well, I'm not the same wimp I used to be. I'll just dodge her, so don't worry. Well, if you think you've had enough, you can just block her any time. I know. Thanks for your thoughts. Hey, you jerk. Thanks for the wedding invitation. But I'm not going. That's fine. Huh? Jill's parents understand where I stand at home. They also know about the bullying you've been doing to Jill. That's why they told us to just let it go if you're not attending. Plus, we weren't planning to have a grand wedding to begin with, so there's no problem. I see. So, you're not gonna have a big wedding? Nope. We were very selective about who to invite, and we've decided that's enough. I just thought of a great idea. What is it? My husband and I just registered our marriage, but we didn't have a wedding yet, right? I didn't know that. But we decided we want to throw a wedding now. I won't invite my jerk brother and his wife, though. Do whatever you want. Huh? I don't expect you to invite me in the first place, so don't worry about it. Okay then. He really pisses me off. Hey, you jerk! Did you get my reply to your wedding invitation? Yeah, I got it yesterday. You sure you're not coming? Yep, I'm really sure. Who would want to go to a low-cost, crappy wedding? Besides, we're having a wedding the same day. The same day? On purpose? Yep, the same day, just for the sake of it. Unlike the drab and boring wedding of high school graduate and a blonde girl, ours is going to be fancy and extravagant. You both were losers finding jobs. You cried to dad and had him ask his business connections to get you jobs. I don't know how you can brag about it. Business connections are also part of your skills and assets. I hear stories that you guys really suck at what you do and don't have any friends at work. Don't say random things just because you're jealous of us. Anyway, we've decided to get married on the same day. Wait to see how we are on a different level than you. Okay, I just won't prepare the seatings for you guys then. Don't mention it. Don't need them. You should know that you guys are the ones who don't know where you stand. Huh? Stop acting stupid and really observe your situation you're in. Whatever. I have no clue what you're saying. Hey, you douchebag! Why aren't you at your wedding? What do you mean? I came all the way to the Park Hotel to attend your wedding. Which Park Hotel are you at? Duh, so obvious. The one near the station, closest from your house. I can't believe your wedding is at a Park Hotel. So expensive. I'm pretty sure you don't have the kind of money to travel far. No. Did you really check the location on the invitation? What do you mean? It's not here? Nope. Then where? Hawaii. Hawaii? The Park Hotel in Hawaii. Hawaii? I think that's what it says, doesn't it? No way! My loser brother and his bland wife is getting married abroad? I think you should know that I just got a new job and I'm now making so much more money than you guys. What? Really? I mean, what happened to your wedding? Wasn't it supposed to be today? No one showed up. What? Really? I called out about the wedding on Instagram, but no one came. Even mom and dad didn't come. I don't know about your friends, but mom and dad and all the relatives are here. Huh? Why? It's so wrong that they chose you over me, who have more affection. Well, they all seem uncomfortable being at the same table with Jill's relatives. What do you mean? My wife, Jill's grandfather, is the chairman of the company Dad works for. Wait a minute. Dad's company is where Josh and I work. Does that mean Jill's the granddaughter of the chairman of a huge corporation? I guess so. Why didn't you tell me? I told you. Huh? I told you when I brought Jill to mom and dad's place to introduce her as my fiancée. You did? While you and your husband were so busy dissing us, mom and dad were trying to stop you. What? It looked like you completely ignored them. Wait, you didn't notice? Is that why you suggested that we should have our wedding on a different date? We tried to warn you, but you forced it through. Because the whole point was to have it on the same day as my loser brothers. I can't believe Dad prioritized your wedding over mine. He's in management position now. And being the parents of the groom who is getting married the chairman's granddaughter, I'm sure Dad had no choice. Well, everyone knows how he was mean to Jill in the past. So I'm sure he feels very embarrassed and uncomfortable. Wait a minute. Was it Jill's payback that no one came to my wedding? Hey, you know that's not true. Did you even send out invitations to the people you wanted to come? It's so tedious sending out individual invitations. I texted everyone and also posted on Instagram to let them know the day before yesterday. Did you receive RSVP? Huh? I invited them, so I expect them to come no matter what. For those whiners, I just told them to shut their mouths and come. That's not an invitation. What? You remember my invitation, right? You RSVP me. Basically, if you don't have that kind of communication, people won't know if they're invited or not. Is that so? Plus, the day before yesterday is way too late to be calling out. That's a total disaster. Your wedding planner obviously didn't do their job. What the hell is going on? Well, none of the wedding venues were available today, so we decided to rent out a French restaurant. But no one showed up, so... Wait, Jill wants to talk to you about that. What? Jill? She said she's going to text you now, so hold on. Sarah, go back to the restaurant now. Huh? Hey, stop acting like a big shot the moment you reveal that you're a chairman's granddaughter. That's not what I'm talking about. The restaurant you booked is owned by my cousin who's at the wedding here today. Your cousin? There's a huge fuss at the restaurant right now that a couple who ditched their private wedding reception bailed without paying. No way! I found out it was you and your husband, so I'm calling them now. They said if you don't go back, they'll call the police. The police? They want you back at the restaurant by 7:40 p.m. to pay the bill. Only 40 more minutes? It's too close. They're not gonna wait for you. You better hurry. What the heck? After that, my sister and her husband returned to the restaurant just in time. They were relieved that they were not reported to police. However, the bill came up to $12,000. Although they somehow managed to pay with a credit card, they are now in huge debt and a mess. They had expected to pay off the venue with congratulatory gift, but they got none. She now has a big rift with my parents, who would have been the first to help her in a situation like this. After a big fight, they insulated themselves from each other. By the way, my sister's husband had also cut ties with his parents a while ago. Furthermore, they resigned from work. Must have become very uncomfortable working in the same company as my father. They are now living in a shabby apartment and working part-time to save money. They have been fighting fiercely every day, and it seems that my sister will become a divorcee in no time.
Hey, sis. Your husband won't be coming home today, okay? Did you know that? Huh? How did you know about that? Because he's spending the night with me. What do you mean? He left the house saying he was going on a business trip today. That's what I meant. I'm telling you that your husband and I are together. You're so dumb. That's why you lost your husband to me. What are you really saying? By the way, I'm going to get not only your husband but also that house. So get the hell out of there. I don't know what you're talking about. You're not a very fast learner. I have to explain everything from the beginning, don't I? Will you listen to me? Yes, please. Your husband and I are having an affair. You're lying. Well, listen to me. So you see, he wants to leave you and marry me. So I'm going to move into that house, and you'll have to move out in the near future. Do you understand? I understand what you're saying, but it never occurred to me that he would do something like that behind my back, so... Well, you don't expect that would happen to your own husband. Don't get down. I still can't believe it. I'll have to question him when he gets home. He and I love each other. Please don't be too hard on him. I had no idea, by the way. Because we just started dating recently. Oh, really? Yes, we did. So? What do you mean, recently? Don't be shocked, okay? Since half a month ago, he came to my salon to see me. Oh, yeah? Wait, what? Is there something you want to tell me? No, nothing. Tell him I want to talk to him tomorrow, so tell him to leave early. Yes, I'll let him know, ma'am. Stop it. You're making me uncomfortable. I'm sorry. I'll see you later. Bob, have you finished working?
Janet, yup. It's tough to do walk-in sales. I'm exhausted.
I hear you.
You texted me earlier. Was it something urgent?
Oh, yeah. Are you alone right now?
Huh? Alone in a small bed in a small hotel. Why are you asking me that?
No, Susan called me earlier and said she's staying with you tonight.
What? Your sister?
Yes, she says she's staying with you tonight and you're having an affair.
Huh? That's ridiculous. I haven't seen her since our wedding. If anything, I don't even remember what she looks like. That's terrible.
Sorry, I knew it. I wonder who she's confusing you with.
Oh.
What? Do you have any idea?
Maybe. I have a cousin, Bobby, who looks like me.
What? There's someone like that? I've never met him. Was he at our wedding?
Yeah. He's been traveling around the world since he was young. So he wasn't at our wedding either. He wasn't in the States.
Then I must not know him either. But isn't this Bobby overseas? Is he in the States now?
Mom said he came back to the States recently. Maybe a month ago.
But how could she have mistaken?
He used to impersonate me a lot in the past. He even took my girlfriend.
Do you guys look alike that much? Then she might not even notice. But I wonder why he is doing this.
Yeah, I have no idea what he's after.
Well, I'm glad you're not having an affair.
There's no way I would do that.
I know. Sis, can't you just move out? I've been trying to reach you. What? Are you going to whine about your husband being taken away from you? I'll take care of it. No, I'm not. You're not falling for something, are you? Are you okay? Huh? What are you talking about? He wouldn't trick me, would he? You're the one who's being tricked. By the way, are you going to move out of that house soon? I'm not talking about moving. I'm talking about you having an affair with my husband. Oh yeah, he's crazy about me, so give him to me. Give him to me? You haven't changed since you were a child. It's frustrating that you're married with a husband who makes a lot of money. I'll take whatever I can get. He doesn't make that much money. He just changed the job recently. Huh? What are you talking about? You live in such a big house. Even the house isn't. Soon, I'll be his wife in the big house. Well, it looks like you won't listen to anything I have to say. Just get out of there. Whatever you say. If you understand, fine. Bye. Bob, are you okay on WhatsApp right now?
Oh, I was just about to text you too.
What? What's wrong?
Yeah, I asked Mom about Bobby.
What? And?
Well, it seems he's married to a foreigner overseas and is back in the US to work because of the recession.
What? He's married? And working?
He was living like a pimp when he was here, and he's not necessarily working in the US this time either. Susan is single and the owner of an aesthetic salon, right? She must have some money.
Well, since she doesn't have any employees, she must have some disposable income. Not quite wealthy, but...
I think she's in danger. I think she's being targeted.
I don't know if she'll listen to me if I tell her that. She doesn't listen to anyone. She doesn't even know about her house, and she just says she'll have the house and wants me to get out.
Oh, really? She's got it all wrong, doesn't she?
She's insisting that I leave. Are we really going to move out now?
Yeah, I guess so. If something happens, we'll get in trouble with the landlord.
I wonder if she will understand if I explain it to her.
I don't know. Maybe we can just tell her that the house is a rental and we don't own it?
Well, that's actually what it is.
Yes. It's a little difficult to explain that this house belongs to an acquaintance who's posted overseas, and we're managing and living in it.
She's a really annoying sister.
I guess so.
Susan, hey. What the hell? What are you doing? You never left, so I thought I'd move in and kick you out. But still, isn't it a bit much to just send us your package? You're insane! Get the hell out of there! I don't mind leaving, but can you pay the rent? Huh? What rent? Of course, it's the rent for this house. What? You don't own the house? Are you renting? Yes, it is. We both work, so we can afford it. But it must be a lot of money for you. What? You should just move out and I'll pay for it with him. About that, does he have money? What are you talking about? You know your husband's income, don't you? It's easy to pay when he makes $20,000 a month, right? What? $20,000 a month? What? Why are you so surprised? Oh, you don't even know your husband's monthly income? You guys are done, aren't you? That's not the point. Is that true? I don't know. I won't tell you. Come on, stop goofing around. Anyway, I'm moving into the house, so pack your stuff and get out. I understand. I should be moving out. I know where I'm going to live next, and I'll move out as soon as I'm ready. What? You're very understanding. You can do it. I'll talk to the landlord. Okay, I'm counting on you. Bob, is this a good time to text you?
Yeah, I'm just on my lunch break.
Susan sent her stuff to our house.
What? What kind of stuff?
She's moving in, and she wants me to move out.
Oh my God, what are we going to do? We have to move out.
Oh yeah, I called the landlord and told him what happened.
What did he say?
As long as we continue to pay rent and manage the place as before, it'll be fine.
I see. Still, I wonder if she can pay the rent.
She says your monthly income is $20,000.
$20,000? Isn't that in euro, not dollars?
No way.
That's a joke, but I think he earns about $20,000 a year. It's a low-cost country.
We'll have to talk to Bobby once to find out what he thinks he's getting at Susan for.
Yes, that's right. And then we have to tell the truth to Susan.
For now, we have to move out first.
Yeah, that's right. Let's move into that property you mentioned before.
Okay, I'll check with their real estate agencies.
Okay, thanks.
Sis, I'm moving in there tomorrow. Yeah, that's fine. I've already moved out. Well, that's pretty fast for a slowpoke like you. So, I have something to say to you. What? You still have something to say? Your husband is mine. You've got it all wrong. Don't you understand? You're getting tricked. I was wondering what you were going to say. That you're mad at me for taking your husband away from you? What is this? You are making me feel bad. You need to listen to what I have to say. What? Who are you dating now? Who is it? Tell me his name. Huh? You forgot your own husband's name, you senile old bag. My boyfriend is your husband, Bob. I knew it. What do you mean I knew it? You must have lost your mind after I took him away from you. You know, my husband's name is Bob, not Bobby. What? What are you talking about? I saw him at the wedding. There's no way I could be wrong. Bob says this Bobby is his cousin. Cousin? But his face. They look so much alike you'd think they were twins. That's absurd. And this Bobby has been living abroad for a long time and has a foreign wife there. You're the one who is having an affair. What? It's not funny. Sorry. And since the economy isn't good over there, he came back to the US a month ago to work. Even though he has a monthly income of $20,000? That's a lie too. He said he makes $20,000 a year at most. You must be kidding. I'm sorry, but it's not a lie. You're being deceived. And then he wants to divorce his wife and be with me. I heard he was happy that they are going to have a baby soon. What about living together at your house? He's planning to invite his family to the US to live with him soon. What about the co-signer for the consumer loan? Huh? I don't know about that. You can't easily agree to something like that. Because he needed the money to start a new business. Hey, that's not what I expected. What should I do? Where's he? When did you last see him? Is he with you? He hasn't seen me lately. He says he's busy. You're in big trouble. Anyway, I'll call you again. You look for him. Okay. Bob, I found out something terrible.
Janet, it's a new revelation over here too.
What? What? But I'll tell you first. Bobby is borrowing money from a consumer loan company with Susan as a co-signer.
What? That's not good.
What kind of information do you have?
Well, I checked with my mom, and she said his wife had just given birth, and he went back to his home overseas.
What? What about the debt and Susan?
I don't know either.
Sorry, what's going to happen?
I'm sure she will have to repay the debt.
It's terrible.
Really, he has a child abroad. He's got money, and I feel sorry for Susan.
I don't know what to say to her.
Let's talk in person.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Sis? Susan, where are you now? Your salon is closed. What happened? I closed my salon. I can't open for business because debt collectors came.
What?
So, I was thinking of going to his house overseas. What? What do you mean? Then, I was thinking of kicking his wife out and living with him. Don't be ridiculous. You were cheated. He told me he'd leave his wife and we'd be together. That he'd marry me. Wake up. And you said his house, but you don't know where it is, do you? But I was able to identify it on a social networking site. I just sent him a DM. He said he's on his way to see me. Hey, are you serious? Yes, I'm serious because he said he loved me. He said he was leaving his wife. I don't know what to say anymore. Okay, go ahead. Go and find out what's really going on. Huh? What's with that tone? Do you really think I'm going to be crushed? I didn't mean it like that. Well, okay, I'll be on my way. Don't do anything rash. She followed him overseas, and apparently she went to his house there. When his wife found out what happened, she got mad and stabbed him. He was not killed, but the police were involved, and it was reported on the news. She returned to the US and sold her salon to pay off her debts, but she is short of money. She's now working in a brothel. Bobby, on the other hand, is divorced from his wife and is demanded alimony. He has been unable to work due to the after effects of the stab wounds and is having trouble making ends meet.
Sophia, did you and Kyle fight again? Kyle's back at our house. You must have yelled at him again. A woman yelling at a man is so immodest. I'm sorry, mother-in-law. Sorry for bothering you. Kyle's back at your place again, huh? He must be feeling uncomfortable staying with you. You know, you're picking a fight with your husband who's working so hard at work. You're the only wife who would make her husband go back to his parents' house so many times. I'd like to know how your parents had raised you. Why don't you apologize and ask him to forgive you? No, I didn't pick a fight with him this time either. Kyle spent all his money on gambling and drinking, and he came home with some girl he flirted. He tried to make out with her in front of me, so that's why I got mad. He was the one who picked the fight. You're complaining about that again. What does it matter what Kyle does with the money he earns? He works every day, so let him do whatever he wants so that he can take a break. If it's just for taking a break, I won't complain. Besides, a good provider always cheats. You should just stay calm as the wife. A good woman should be able to forgive 1 or 2 concubines. You're making a fuss about it with an ugly jealousy. You're a woman of small caliber. A concubine? This isn't ancient times, you know. And this is his 3rd time. What if he gets some woman pregnant? Oh, that would be so lucky. Then he'll get divorced from you, and he'll marry to a woman who can give birth to my grandchildren. You've been married for 2 years and won't get pregnant. A mistress is more useful if she's pregnant. That's such an awful thing to say. We've only been married for 2 years. I can't even think of having children right now. Don't talk back to me. You don't even work. You rely on your husband's salary. A housewife who can't have children. You're nothing but a parasite. A money-grubbing parasite. A parasite? That's right. You're being supported by Kyle. You should know yourself. I'll let Kyle stay at my house for today. You need to apologize to him. It's the end of you if he leaves you. Yes, I understand. Hello, mother-in-law. I'm home now. Ah, Sophia, welcome home. How was your one-night trip? Did you have fun? Yes, I actually did. You suddenly gave me money and told me to go on a trip. And I was surprised to be kicked out with my luggage. But I've had a reasonably relaxing time. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad I was able to come up with the money for you. Anyways, the house is empty, and there are divorce papers in the living room. What's this all about? It's nothing to be surprised about. He moved out. What? Moved out? What do you mean? Don't you understand? You know, Kyle left you. What? Actually, a week ago, a young lady who is dating Kyle came to my house. She said she was pregnant with Kyle's child. If my son's girlfriend has a baby, I don't need you. So my son is leaving you and getting a new wife. The new girl has a good job and is independent. She's so much better than you, who's a parasite. So you're saying he's divorcing me because he's having a baby with the woman he cheated on me with? So he moved out while I was on vacation? That's right. I didn't want you to cling to my son and beg him not to leave. So I kicked you out in the name of traveling. And Kyle moved out of the house while you were gone. I moved into his new house as well. You didn't want to move in with me, but the new girl was more than happy to live with me. I see. Now I get it. Yes, that's right. I don't need a parasite like you who depends on Kyle's money. Instead, a young, pretty, and capable bride is coming with my future grandchild. Get out of here, you useless parasite. I understand. I'm fine with that. I'll leave. I'll file for divorce immediately. Thank you for all you've done for me. Really, this whole time we've spent together with you, Kyle and I have wasted our precious time and money. I'd like you to pay me back if possible, but I'm not that evil, so I forgive you. It's a mercy for you, who's going to be a miserable poor person from now on. So don't ever come see us again, okay? We don't know you anymore. Get lost. Hey, Sophia! Pick up! Oh, hello, Tracy. Can I help you? I'm actually pretty busy, you know. You? How much trouble do you want to cause us? You stole Kyle's money. Give it back, you thief. Don't you forget how much you owe Kyle, you ungrateful bastard. Excuse me? What are you talking about? Don't play dumb with me. I went to the bank to withdraw some money, and the balance was almost zero. You're the one who stole it. That's a false accusation. Kyle and I had completely separate bank accounts, and I don't know the PIN number of Kyle's bank account. You liar! As soon as I told the girl we didn't have any money, she left us. She said she didn't think we were so poor or something like that. Who's the girl? Oh, Kyle's new girl? At the end, she said that the baby wasn't actually Kyle's. I can't believe it. That slut cheated on us. Wow, what a story. What's more, Kyle had other girlfriends in the past who were married or engaged at that time, and their partners suddenly accused Kyle for messing around with their partners. And they're demanding compensation. Ah, that's terrible. I spent all my money on moving, so I don't have any money either. I'm going bankrupt like this. I want my stolen money back now. I can sue you if that's what you want. I'm telling you, I didn't steal it. You can't steal money from an account that has a zero balance to begin with. What? What do you mean by that? Huh? Don't you get it? He drank alcohol every day, spent tens of thousands of dollars on gambling. And he also spends a lot of money on all kinds of girls. Do you think he'll have any money left over? He doesn't even earn more than $1,500 a month. Really? That's a lie. There's no way Kyle's salary is that low. What? You didn't know? Have you never seen his pay stub? No, but if that's the case, then how have you been making a living? You can't even pay the rent for your house with that kind of pay. How did he make a living with a full-time housewife? Where did the money come from? From my income. What? Well, technically, I wasn't a full-time housewife. I was working at home to earn money. What? The company I resigned from when I got married. Actually, I pretended to have resigned and kept working. The company didn't want me to quit, so they asked me to continue working. I was working remotely during the day when Kyle wasn't around. That's why we were able to live without Kyle's money. Hey! Why didn't you tell me that? How can I tell you? You don't know why I decided to leave the company? It's because your son caused me so much trouble. He made prank phone calls to the company and left rude comments on our website. He stormed directly into the company, tried to riot, and tried to hurt the receptionist. He did all that just because he wanted me to quit. And he did it because he didn't like that I made more money than him. No! That's a lie! Kyle said you quit on your own. He said you quit without consulting him and became a full-time housewife. Ah, so that's why. That's why you were so hard on me. That makes sense. Well, we were both cheated by that scumbag, weren't we? For 2 years. That's funny, isn't it? Well, it must have been bad parenting to raise a man like that. I'd like to see his parents' faces. Oh, you can look into a mirror, Tracy. I can't believe Kyle was lying. Oh my. Well, that's why you don't have to worry about me. I make at least 4 times as much as that guy, and my new house is comfortable, especially without that nasty money-eating insect in sight. And I don't have to deal with an outdated crazy woman as well. It's nice to be able to do my job with dignity. It makes me feel like a fool for having to hide working for a man like that. Why didn't I get divorced earlier in the first place? I guess my brain was frozen at that time. I regret the wasteful thing I did. Well, that's all right. It's over now. Well then, I'll be fine. Farewell, Tracy. Wait a second. If that's the case, fine. You can come back. I'll let you and Kyle get back together. What? Did you hear what I said? Are you deaf or something? Who would get back together with that guy? That alcoholic, gambler, moneyless, brainless man with a brain in his lower half. It was you who kicked me out in the first place. And now you say I'll let you get back together with him? Who do you think you are? Because we are in a difficult situation right now. We don't have a new wife or a grandchild, and we're charged money. I have no money. I don't even have enough money to buy food for today, and Kyle is depressed. So what? You think I would help you? Kyle and I are divorced and we're complete strangers. I know that. But you know, we were once a family. Don't you think you want to help us out of the goodness of your heart? You want me to support my ex-husband, who cheated on me, and my ex-mother-in-law, who tolerated it? Please put an end to your nonsense. If I was that good-hearted, I'd be showcased in a museum. I will never help ungrateful people like you. I refuse to help. I don't want to have anything to do with you people ever again. No, wait! I'm in real trouble. Help me! Please help me! I can apologize for whatever I did in the past. Kyle and I will both apologize sincerely. Help! Your apology is worth nothing to me, you know. Even if you apologize, my precious time and money won't come back. I do want to charge you the money I spent. But I don't feel like tormenting already poor people, so that's fine. You guys should blame your own stupidity. Well then, take care. After texting with Tracy, Kyle called me as well. He was constantly whining and bothering me, so I blocked his call. Those people kicked me out, and only 3 days later, they depend on me for help. I can't help but laugh at how fast they've fallen from grace. Actually, I was the one who contacted the partners of Kyle's old girlfriends. That's how I put Kyle in a tight spot. Later, it seems that Tracy borrowed money from a loan shark and paid the compensation. Kyle's gambling addiction and womanizing never went away, and they live hand to mouth. Finally, he tried to flee at night to escape from debt collectors. But he was easily caught and taken away by scary people. He's a really stupid guy who don't repent until the end. As for me, I have settled down in my new residence, stopped working remotely, and returned to office to work. I am working hard just for myself. On my days off, I like to hang out with friends and go on short trips. I want to enjoy myself to the fullest after 2 years of putting up with so much.
Hi, Annabelle. Long time no see. It's Haiti. I'm so glad you're alive. Huh? It's been 3 years since that humiliation. It's been so long, but I still remember everything. Haiti? What? Why? How did I know your current number? You underestimated my ability to gather information, didn't you? I can easily get your number from those guys around you. Around me? What are you talking about? You got remarried, didn't you? What? No, I didn't. Oh dear, don't lie to me. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Because I stole your husband again. What? Actually, I'm on vacation with your husband. Huh? Your husband was so easy. This time, I'm going to become a celebrity. I told you I didn't remarry. I warned you about lying, didn't I? You lost me again. Hey, why are you so obsessed with me? Huh? And why do you go out with married men? I'm not purposely targeting married men. I just want to take your husband away from you. Huh? Remember 3 years ago? My ex-husband and I were about to get divorced. I never made any friends, so I was always alone. And you? You're a housewife in a wealthy family with so many friends. It made me angry just looking at you. I wanted to take your place. Is that why you stole Caden? Yes, that's more than enough reason. And yet, I was interrupted by an evil woman who abandoned Caden to protect her daughter-in-law. An evil woman? Do you mean my MIL? Yes, that's right. If it weren't for that woman, I'd be a celebrity wife by now. Even my father cut me off. For the past 3 years, I've been suffering from poverty and unhappiness. They won't let me see my kids anymore because I failed to pay my child support on time. I mean, didn't you and Caden get married? We did, but he cheated on me within 3 months. That's why I'm all alone. You deserved it. Shut up! But that's over now. You married a rich guy again. I'm stealing him again, though. I told you I'm not married. Of course you are. You're so good at lying. You betrayed your former MIL who helped you. What? I would never betray her. She's like a real mother to me now. How could I betray such a wonderful person? And yet you are wearing a mask to deceive people. You're funny, you know that. Well, I still hate you though. I don't know what you are doing, but I don't know what you are talking about. Huh? I'll give you some advice. What you're doing is nothing but a complete backhanded grudge. Moreover, you misunderstand a lot of things. I suggest you calm down and check some evidence. Thanks for the useless advice. I won't fail this time. So there's no problem. Anyways, I took your husband again. This time I'll become a celebrity so my dad will forgive me. Oh, I'm so sad that my mom is no longer with us. Again, I never remarried. I'll go back in a week. You better get ready to become single again. Hello? Sorry to interrupt your vacation. I need to tell you something. Hi, Annabelle. What's wrong? I got some messages from Haiti. What? Do you mean that Haiti? She has found my number. What? She told me she stole my husband again. What? Your husband? Well, did you marry someone? No, I'm not even in a relationship. So, who does she steal? I have no idea. What's she talking about? I don't know. She thought I had remarried. I don't know what to say. I told her I had not remarried, but she wouldn't listen to me at all. Okay. And Haiti is currently on vacation with someone she thinks is my husband. They'll be back in a week. Okay. At least until then, she won't do anything to you. But still, oh my, that predator. I can't believe she's still obsessed with you. It really upsets me. Thank you. Thank you so much for being angry with me. What are you talking about? I adopted you legally. You are my daughter. I have every right to worry about my beautiful daughter. Thank you. We will return home on tomorrow's flight as scheduled. Understood. Now then, I'll get in touch with this person as soon as possible. Who? The person I spoke to in case Haiti tries this again. Oh, I remember you mentioned that person before. Yes. I don't know if this is a good time, but it can't be helped. You'll just have to be careful until we get back, okay? Yes, I'll be careful. Haiti, it's an emergency. Oh my, I didn't expect to hear from you. Something's happened that you need to know. What's the emergency? Have you finally realized your situation and panicked? Your father is in critical condition. What? My MIL went to school with your uncle. She let him know that you contacted me. He told me your father has been in critical condition since last night. But he said he could not contact you because you had blocked his calls. Hey, you know what? I think they know you're cheating. What? Well, you stole your MIL's husband and I stole your husband. In other words, we are both her enemy. That's why you've been acting in front of her, right? Wait a minute. Are you saying that I remarried my father-in-law? That's what I'm saying. Your MIL finally found out her husband married her daughter-in-law after he divorced her without her knowledge. What are you saying? Don't you know it's legally impossible? What? Besides, my in-laws are on their vacation. Another lie! He is currently on vacation with me. Anyway, your father is indeed in critical condition. I know you guys are not talking, but your uncle wants you to come and see him. So you must cut your trip short and return as soon as possible. I don't believe that. Bye-bye. Haiti! Hello, Annabelle. I just came back. He wants to marry me as soon as possible, so please divorce him as soon as possible. His family's inheritance is mine now. You're still a scumbag, Haiti. Huh? What? Are you... Yes, as you can imagine, it's that MIL of yours. Wait, why? You don't believe Annabelle at all. It may be my turn. Are you still on her side after she betrayed you? What are you talking about? She has not betrayed me in any way. My husband and I are getting along as well as ever. We just returned from a trip. What are you talking about? Your ex-husband is sitting next to me now. Oh, that man. He is my husband's twin brother. In other words, my brother-in-law. Huh? We haven't seen each other for about 3 years since we moved. Huh? Twin brother? Brother-in-law? What do you mean, moved? What happened to your house? My brother-in-law and his wife live there now. What? His wife is the one who owns the house. His wife? By the way, she runs an aesthetic salon. She looks like she's in her 30s, but she's in her late 40s. She looks like Annabelle. What? Well, let me guess. You had an affair with my brother-in-law about a year ago, right? Annabelle and I have not been near that house for 3 years. What a lie! In other words, you mistook my husband for his brother and his wife for Annabelle. I guess that's what happened. Well, then am I with the wrong person? That's right. No way! And I told everything to my brother-in-law's wife. What? While you two were on vacation, she hired an excellent lawyer. A lawyer? She told my brother-in-law with a demand for alimony and divorce papers. Already? Of course, she's going to demand alimony from you as well. You better brace yourself. I don't care. I'll have my future husband pay for my share. I'm sure he has money too. No, he doesn't. My brother-in-law has no job. What? The company he worked for went bankrupt. His wife's aesthetic salon business had already taken off by then. He lost all motivation to work. What? She is already good at making decisions quickly. She arranged his temporary apartment, and he is moving out tomorrow. Wait a minute. He's been paying for all those dates and vacations. It looks like he's been spending his wife's money without her permission. No way! Oh yeah, she's going to calculate everything and charge you along with the alimony. I hope you'll do your best to pay her. Huh? And this is the most important part. Annabelle will also demand alimony from you. Huh? If it's been less than 3 years, you can file a claim for alimony. It's been almost 3 years, right? What? What are you talking about? How much will they charge me in total? Oh, well, let's see. It's going to be at least $100,000. $100,000? That's not fair. Yes, of course. She is charging it to my son, too. What? He asked Annabelle to get back together with him 3 months ago. Of course, Annabelle refused. He just paid alimony and child support for the 2 kids in one lump sum. You are so evil. Say what you want. You did a terrible thing to my beautiful daughter. You deserve it. What? Why did you do this to me? I shouldn't have done anything then. And then, we're in the middle of your father's funeral. What? I mean, it's been 2 hours now. He should be cremated by now. Wait a minute. You're telling me that's true, too? Yes, it's true. Your father got very sick about a year ago. He was in the hospital for a long time, and he didn't make it. Oh no. I have a message from your uncle. From my uncle? While I was texting you, Annabelle was talking with your uncle. All of his inheritance will be inherited by your cousin. Huh? You might get at least the remainder of the estate. It's a little money to begin with. The alimony you will be paying will be much more than that. What? Well then, I'm done talking to you. Wait a minute! What the hell is this? Am I going to be in debt again? And my dad's gone? I thought being a celebrity would make him forgive me for everything. I just want to be happy. You will never be happy when stepping on someone else's happiness. Huh? If you don't understand, think until you do. You must realize it yourself. Now, if you'll excuse me. I don't understand. What is it? Tell me why I can't be happy. That night, Haiti went to her father's house. She was dressed in a flashy dress, just as she returned from her vacation. The relatives had been waiting for Haity's return in mourning clothes. They stared at her silently, as if she was out of place. When she was about to enter the house, everyone told her they didn't want to see her and that she needed to turn around. You should spend your whole life miserable. That word was massive damage to Haiti, who was searching for happiness. She left in a daze. Now she is working so hard to pay over $100,000.
Hi, Michelle. Long time no see. I finally know where you live. Huh? What do you mean? Did you track down my apartment? Well, it's been 7 years, you know. I had a hard time finding you. You hid from me pretty well. What do you want? Do you know how much trouble you've caused? Ken and I had to leave our hometown because of you. I'm finally getting used to this place. What's wrong with you? You stay away from us. Oh, it was Ken's fault for rejecting me. I offered to go out with him because he was good looking. I thought we would become a perfect couple, but he rejected me. You guys are not suitable for me. I know what you did after that. You told everyone Ken became your stalker because you rejected him. That's right. It's one of the dark pasts I want to forget. Of course, everyone believed me, and I succeeded in removing you and Ken from this town. If you're relieved that you succeeded in getting rid of us, just leave us alone. Oh my, your friend took the time to text you. You should be more pleased. What are you trying to do? But I'm not the same person I used to be. You are the daughter of a corporate president, but you can't use that title anywhere anymore. Well, it's already late. Huh? Should I tell you or not? What? I stole your boyfriend. What? What boyfriend? I live by myself. You're lying. I know you live with your boyfriend in apartment 3A. What? I made out with him while you were at work. You guys are done. Why? My dad's company opened a branch office near your apartment. I was assigned to be the branch manager, so I moved here. I saw you on my first day off and followed you to your apartment. Oh my God! I only identified your apartment that day, But I returned later and I found out you were living with a handsome guy. I don't know about a boyfriend, but if you find my apartment, I'll move out as soon as possible. What? I don't want anything to do with you. Oh no! I just found you. We can be friends again. You've got to be kidding me. Hello, Ken? Can I come over and stay the night? Hi, Michelle. What's going on? Naomi found my apartment. What? She's getting really snippy, and she's talking nonsense. I have a feeling I'm about to get into trouble. I'm going to pack quickly and take a cab to your place. Let me stay with you for a while. Okay, be careful. Hey, Michelle, where are you? Yeah, I'm in a cab. Then can you go to April's place? April? Yes, just tell the driver to change the destination. April will pay if you need more money for the cab. I will be okay with the money. I just told the driver about the change. So why April? April is at my apartment right now, and I told her about your situation. She pointed out that Naomi may come to my place looking for you, so please go to April's place for now. I can't do that to your fiancé. Your safety is most important. April loves you, so she's happy to help you. I want you to rely on her for this. I see. I'll be there then. Yep. April is going home now to wait for you. Say thank you to April. I will. What's this? You said you would move, but you haven't, have you? I asked your boyfriend about you, and he said you went to work as usual. Well, if that's the case, I should make out with your boyfriend again. At first, I just wanted to harass you, but he's so good looking. I'm going to steal him seriously now, and I will kick you out of this town again. Naomi? Hi, Michelle. I've been making love to your boyfriend since this morning. Oops, he's my boyfriend now. He says he loves me and he's going to break up with you. Sorry. What are you doing? Whose place is that? What? Again, I live alone. I have had a boyfriend, but I don't have one now. You must have misunderstood something. You can't try to escape from me like that. He says he doesn't want to be with you anymore. He's going to pack up and move in with me. Okay. Well, he'll be gone when you get back from work. I'll also spread rumors so you won't try to stay in this apartment. I've already started making arrangements to move out, so I don't mind. Oh well, I wonder how long you can keep up your lies and bluster. Michelle, I went to see what was going on with Naomi. How is she doing? It's pretty messed up. I also found out about the guy that Naomi thought was your boyfriend. Nice! You are a good detective. I'm not as good as April, though. So I'm going over there now. I want to meet you a little far from April's place to be safe. April suggested the coffee shop in East Side Building. We'll meet there in an hour. Okay. Michelle, how are you? A lonely woman who just got dumped? Are you enjoying your freedom? Oh, I know why you are here now. You were transferred because you made a compliance violation at your father's company. Huh? And you are the only person at your office. There's no branch on the company website in this neighborhood. Hey! Were you trying to relieve the stress by nagging me? Why? How? How do I know that? I won't tell you. What are you doing? You went crazy after your boyfriend dumped you? This boyfriend? Could it be Holden? Yes. Oh, I knew it! Why are you asking me? Don't you at least remember your boyfriend's name? You said 3A, right? That's right. It looks like you're finally ready to lose. I lived in room 3B. Huh? Holden lives in 3A with his real girlfriend. The 3rd floor, apartment A. What? The management took our apartment number signs off the other day. Okay, why? They wanted to paint all the doors. I think you got the correct address, but the next time you visited the apartment, you must have knocked on the wrong door. You thought Holden was my boyfriend and seduced him. That's what happened. What? Did I not bother you at all? Yes, you did. I moved to a new place the other day. Seriously? Oh, but you had to quit your job for that. If you didn't, I would have found you, wouldn't I? Oh no, you're unemployed. That's too bad. Aww. No problem. That's totally fine. Why not? I work remotely. I can work from anywhere as long as I have a computer and internet access. What? I had already saved to move out, so it wasn't a painful expense. The only damage I can say is that I was surprised by your first message in 7 years. Where are you? Why? I'm going to hunt you down. Is this really the time for you to say that? Say it! Where do you live now? You really don't have time for this, Naomi. Huh? I have 2 pieces of unfortunate news for you. What? You're bluffing. Number 1. About Holden, the guy you thought was my boyfriend, he tends to be highly obsessed with his women. What? His real girlfriend had a hard time breaking up with him, and then you came along. What? She told me she was grateful to you. She said, I don't understand why she likes that pimp, but thank you for taking him. A pimp? Yes, she had already moved out. She is happy now. Huh? Oh no! I can't believe he's such a guy. Why didn't you tell me? I just found out. There's no way I could have told you. It's terrible! The unfortunate news, number 2. Actually, my brother has a fiancée. Her name is April. What? April? You know her, right? No way! She's the daughter of the CEO of my dad's company, Miss April? She's been supporting us since you kicked us out of our hometown. Now she's like a little sister to me. April also loves me like an older sister, and soon we'll be sisters-in-law. You are pathetic. Pathetic? Yes. If you hadn't messed with me, nothing would have happened. Huh? What? You're a branch manager, right? That's right. You're not working at all. What? You were messing with me, also flirting with Holden in the middle of the daytime. In other words, during working hours. Since that was confirmed, April's father told your dad to take a suitable measure. What? Hey, what are you doing? What if I get fired? Well, you'll probably be fired. Even though it was a branch office, you had a chance. I can't believe you crushed it like this. That's too bad. Please help me out! Huh? We've known each other since we were little. That's more than friends. What are you talking about? Of course I'm not going to answer it. I doubt we'll ever see each other again. I hope you'll be happy with the pimp. No! No way! Ken found out that Naomi was fired. This branch manager arrangement was the last mercy of her father. It turned out that she was not doing her job at all. The president disowned Naomi. Holden the pimp is completely obsessed with Naomi. Naomi has no choice but to stay with Holden. Holden monitors Naomi all the time. Naomi works part-time within a 2-mile radius of their apartment to support him. Furthermore, she found out that the marriage certificate has been issued. Due to emotional distress, she has been very depressed.
I'm really sorry, Susan. I can't pick you up yet. I haven't finished my work. I'm trying to finish it as soon as possible, but it's going to take me another hour or so. It might be before 10 o'clock before I can pick up Zach. Hi, Janet. I'm totally fine. Don't worry about it. I think he got sleepy after finishing dinner. He just went to bed a little while ago. I'd feel sorry if I wake him up, so take your time. I'm always really grateful to you. I feel like I have taken advantage of your kindness. I feel bad enough for just asking you to pick him up. But you even feed him. Please let me give you thanks next time. That's not necessary. I'm picking up Jim anyway. He seems to enjoy having Zach around. He is much more energetic when he's with Zach. Even now, they're sleeping next to each other. I really appreciate you saying that. I think you are amazing. I think it's really tough to be a career woman who works so late while raising a child. I want to support you. Susan. You are this busy and Henry is on a business trip overseas right now. We can only rely on each other and you don't have to worry. Thank you very much. I wanted to go home as soon as possible during this period, but we've got an important project. I turned it down, but they asked me to join the team as a follow-up. I couldn't say no, so I have to work overtime. That means that the company has recognized your performance, doesn't it? I'm glad you took the job. I mean, you're still working, but I'm sorry I've kept you too long. Don't worry about me, just keep working. Okay, thank you very much. I'll call you again when I leave the office. Bob, I'm sorry to bother you at work.
I'm on the train right now, so it's okay. But it's rare to hear from you while I'm at work.
Janet asked me to take care of Zach, and she said it's 3 nights starting tomorrow. I can't make the decision by myself. I told her I'd talk to Bob about it and get back to her.
I don't mind, but is she going on a trip or something?
No, her boss suddenly asked her to give a presentation.
Wow, she's moved up the career ladder. I'm proud of her. Henry is on a business trip right now, and we're the only ones she can rely on. I'd like to take care of him if I can, but I finish work late most days. You'd have to take care of him most of the time, right? So I won't ask you to do it. You can decide.
I'm okay with it if it's okay with you. You come home late. I was just worried that you might get tired if we take care of him for 3 days.
Really? That's great. Our parents died in a car accident 2 years ago. Janet only has us to rely on, right? I want to help her as much as I can, but I come home late most days. I leave most of the work to you, so I can't ask you to do it.
Don't hesitate. I know how much you love her. I understand that she is going through a hard time. I also want to help her as much as I can. I'll let her know that I'll take care of him. I'm sure Jim will be really happy when he finds out Zach is staying at our house for 3 days. He really seems to love Zach. He's really cute because he loses him energy as soon as Zach comes back home.
Wow, I didn't know that. Susan, thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate it.
Bob?
I just wanted to thank you properly.
I want your family to be happy too, so don't worry about it.
I got the most wonderful wife in the world. I get worried about if something unexpected happens in the future.
You're overreacting, but thank you.
Is there anything you want?
What's going on? You're acting weird. You always get me presents for my birthday and Christmas, so that's enough.
But I haven't given you much. I'm really sorry I haven't given you anything big.
I don't feel that way.
We're marking our 10th anniversary this year. Shall I buy you a new ring? I think it's called a Sweet 10, right?
Yeah, it is, but I love my ring and I don't want to waste it.
Then why don't we go on an overseas trip? Jim has never been, and I think it's a good way for him to learn about life.
That's true. Seeing the world while you're young might change your outlook on life.
Then it's decided. I'll do some research.
Don't work too hard, okay? We don't necessarily have to go abroad on our 10th anniversary. Besides, we don't have that kind of money. We have a mortgage on the house.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to finish work early today, so I'll cook.
What? You don't mind?
Of course not. You don't always have to do it. I'll bathe Jim today so you can relax.
Deal. I'll be waiting for you.
Hello, Susan. It's been a while. I'm sorry for calling you at this time of night.
Oh, Henry, long time no see. Janet told me about you. I heard you're currently on a long-term business trip abroad. I imagine you miss Zach, right? I think it's 2 more weeks left, right?
That's why I called you today.
What? About what?
I know it's been a while, but it's kind of an emergency.
What's wrong?
Do you know where my wife and daughter are right now? I mean, you're the only one I can ask this kind of thing.
Huh? Are you back in the States by any chance?
Yes, my work overseas was done earlier than I expected. I was able to return home. I called my wife several times to let her know that, and I tried to email her, but I couldn't get through to her at all. So I came home anyway, but she wasn't even here.
Okay, don't worry, they're both safe. She sounded so busy with work. I wonder if she didn't notice the call from you?
Huh? Are you saying she's busy with work?
Yes, she's often late to pick up her children from daycare. She often goes home at 9 or 10 p.m., so she seems really busy. It can be tough while raising children, isn't it?
It can't be. It wasn't like that before I went on my business trip, was it?
She said when she was busy, she asked you to pick them up.
So, where are they now?
Zach is sleeping well here.
Huh?
She is on a business trip right now.
Huh? A business trip?
Yeah, her boss suddenly asked her to give a presentation. She'll be in New York for 3 nights and back the day after tomorrow. She seems like a hard-working business lady. Oh, and you too, you are overseas, right?
She's on a business trip? That can't be. I don't think she's ever given a presentation before.
Huh? What do you mean?
She works in general affairs, and the company is just 10 minutes away from my house. It's a small company with no branches or anything. Even if it were sales, there's no way she'd be giving a presentation in New York.
What? She said. She is a sales rep for a major food company, and she works at a branch office. But she is involved in planning and entrusted with projects. That's why she gives presentations like this one.
I'm really sorry, Susan. I think she's lying. Perhaps to have you take care of my son.
Huh? Why would she do that?
To begin with, her company is a small one. She gets to go home on time almost every day. Even if she has to work overtime, it's only 1 to 2 hours a month at most.
Oh, no. Then where is she? Leaving Zach behind? What is she doing?
You are right to be angry, but please calm down. She may be cheating on me. I'll think of some way to find out what she is doing, so in the meantime, can you please take care of my son? I know this is too much to ask, but...
Okay, don't worry. I want to know the truth too.
Thank you very much. That really helps. I'll be in touch.
You betrayed me. Because of you, we are in trouble over here. Huh? You're the one who betrayed me. How can you say such a thing? What? You told everything to my husband. You should have just glossed over. What are you talking about? I just told him what you had told me. I'm saying that was wrong. My husband just barged in the hotel where we were staying. That really sucked. By we, do you mean the cheating partner? You did wrong. Don't blame it on me. You left Zach with me and lied about working overtime. You've been meeting with your cheating partner, right? Henry has asked a detective to investigate, and it's all going to come out. Detective? I never thought he would do such a thing. Of course he would. He tried to contact you many times that he was coming home early from his overseas business trip, but he couldn't get through to you. When he came home, neither you nor Zach were there. Can you guess how surprised he was? So he looked for a detective who could work right away. Then he found out you were staying at a hotel with your cheating partner. So he told me that he's going to barge in. Oh no, because of you, I was seen with the person I'm cheating on with. He said, I'll divorce you. I'll get custody of my kids. I'm not in a committed relationship with my affair partner. I have no intention of divorcing him. What are you going to do about it? I trusted you. To be betrayed like this is too much. You know, it was me who was betrayed. Stop blaming me. I thought you were busy working. That's why I've been taking care of Zach. Of course I love him, but But when I think that I was feeding and bathing him while you were cheating, I can't forgive you. What are you talking about? You're not in a position to say I forgive you or I don't forgive you. I'm the one who can't forgive you. Because of you, he found out about the affair, and he wants me to pay him alimony. I've been spending everything I've worked for on whatever I wanted. Henry took care of our living expense. How am I supposed to live from now on? Huh? He's the one who's going to raise the kids. Why don't you just live on your own salary? My affair partner works for my company. Henry said he's going to tell the company about this, and I might get fired. I can only do office work. There's no way I can easily find a new job at my age. Susan, give me $200,000 as alimony. Huh? Alimony? And $200,000? Don't be ridiculous. I'm serious. If you were serious, I'd be scared. There's no way I can afford it. If you really can't afford it, then give me the house you live in. What are you talking about? There's no way I can give it to you. If you're getting divorced, it's too big for you. I'll sell the house. It's still new. It's a beautiful house, so that I won't have to work for at least 5 years. Huh? Then where are we going to live? Of course we can't, because my family lives there. That house was built on the site where our parents used to live. It's not fair. You know, you inherited that amount of cash. You took it and now you want our house? Shut up, shut up, shut up. Anyway, I won't give up until I get $200,000 in alimony, or that house, okay?
Janet called me and we met a while ago. She is getting divorced, and since she cheated on him, Henry will get the custody. And she's cheating on him with someone from her company. She's going to be fired.
Well, she deserves it, doesn't she? She lied and left Zach with me, and she was just having fun.
You don't have to talk like that. She's sorry for what she did, so be a little nicer to her.
I'm so dumbfounded. She isn't remorseful. She keeps blaming me.
It can't be helped. This happened because you told Henry everything.
Huh? It's my fault? Are you serious?
I'm not saying it's your fault, but she's getting divorced and losing her job. And since Henry signed the contract for their house, she's going to be evicted. Don't you feel sorry for her? And yet, you said you won't pay alimony, and you won't give her this house?
I did say that. Of course I would say that. I didn't do anything wrong.
Well, I don't think it's your fault, but you're being a little too cold.
Huh? What are you trying to say? Don't talk in a roundabout way. Say it clearly.
Well, why don't we have her move in?
Huh?
Because she lost everything and wants our house, but you don't want that. Then I thought we should just live together.
Huh? I don't understand. Of course I don't want to do that.
Then you say you don't mind if she becomes homeless?
That can't be helped either, can it? She screwed up after all.
You're really cold. I'm disappointed in you. I can't believe you can't be nice to my only sister.
Just calm down.
There's no way I can calm down. I'm so disappointed. I'm not coming home for a while.
Are you serious? Okay, I'll do what I want to do too. Susan, are you ready to give up the house? There's no way you can pay the $200,000, and because of your stubbornness, my brother has left you, hasn't he? You'd better be honest with yourself. What do you mean, honest? You know what I mean. I want you to give me the house. If you can't, if you let me live with you for free, that's fine. Well, you've made your point. Then I'll give you the house. What? Are you sure? Okay, you're his sister. Can I change the name of the house from me to you? Yay, I didn't think it would work out so quickly. Thanks, Susan. You're welcome. What are you and my brother going to do? Don't worry about us. You're in trouble and you want this house, right? And he blamed me for being too cold. I'll probably be able to change it by the end of this week. I'll call you when it's done. In the meantime, I'll get ready to move out. You can move in, sell, do whatever you want. Thanks. Looking forward to it.
Hey,
While I was at my friend's house, I thought you might be feeling a little sorry for what you said. And when I saw you for the first time in a while, you said you were going to give the house to my sister. And yet, you sent me a bill. What the hell is this?
Can't you see that? It's the down payment I put down on that house. I didn't know where you were right now, so I sent it to you on WhatsApp. I'm not saying all of it. It's going to be your house. I think it's my right to ask for half of it.
What's she doing now? You don't have to give up the house. Why don't we all just live together?
What are you saying? You're an airhead. I'm not going to live with you anymore. I'm divorcing you. I'm sure you'll be hearing from my lawyer soon.
What? Divorce? Lawyer? Why? We were getting along so well.
Give me a break. You left on your own for about a month. You didn't even call me until I called you about the house. Aren't you even worried about your son?
Well, I was pissed off, so...
You had no right to be pissed off. Janet is the one to blame, but you only take her side. And you were telling me to give up our house or having her move in with us. I paid the down payment on that house. The loan is also in my name. You haven't forgotten that, have you?
Well...
You keep changing jobs so you couldn't get the loan. I was paying the mortgage, but you were not paying more for living expenses. I was the one who bought most of the kids' stuff because you didn't put any money into it. Sweet 10, overseas trip? I've run out of patience. Why don't you and your sister live in that house from now on and pay the mortgage, you sweet brother? I'm glad you got the loan this time.
What? What do you mean? Not only do I have to pay half the down payment, but I have to pay the mortgage too? I don't have that kind of money.
You're the one who signed the contract the other day.
You tricked me. I thought you just changed the name to Janet.
It's your fault for not reading it properly. Besides, there were people from the bank and they explained it to you properly, but you didn't listen to them at all.
I'm sorry, Susan. It's true, now that I think about it. I might have been taking her side. I apologize for that. So please don't divorce me. I love you, and I want to live with my child.
It's too late for that now. I might have forgiven you if you had come home a little earlier and apologized. Oh yeah, and your sister will be charged alimony from Henry too. Please reflect well on what you guys did.
Oh no, wait a minute. Let's meet and talk. Listen to what I have to say.
After that, I asked for a lawyer and we got a divorce. Since he neglected child rearing and left, I was the solo caretaker of our child and paying living expenses, loans, etc. I was able to get custody of our child. Of course, it was settled that he would be required to pay child support. Henry's divorce from Janet was also finalized. Because she neglected child rearing and cheated on him, she had no excuse. Henry will take custody of the children. In the end, they had to sell the house to pay for all of this. They had to move into a 40-year-old shabby apartment. Janet was fired from her job and became unemployed. Bob was paid a meager salary. They cursed each other and had constant quarrels. It's pathetic to act like that at their age. Well, it's not my business anymore. I'm going to put my son's happiness first and make a new life for myself. My son seems to enjoy living with his grandparents. We are going to live with them for a while. I'm going to be more ambitious in my work, too.
Hey, Emily! Where are you? The master of the house is home, and why are you here? Hey, answer me!
Sorry I couldn't reply you sooner.
Where are you?
I'm at my parents' house.
Huh?
I told you last night, didn't I? My dad strained his back, and my mom asked me to help out until my sister comes back. I'm going to be here for a few days.
It's just a strained back, right? Besides, he should be fine since your mom's there. You need to come home right now and make me dinner. You haven't prepared a bath for me yet. And you haven't ironed my shirt for tomorrow either.
I left dinner in the fridge.
What? The fridge?
I prepared it so you can just warm it up in the microwave. I've also cooked for the rest of the week and left it in the freezer. Can I ask you to warm it up on your own just this time?
You want me to eat some lazy cookings?
Lazy cookings? I just made a batch and froze it.
That's called being lazy. I want freshly cooked meals. Who the hell do you think you are to tell me to heat it up in the microwave?
Please, Fred, just this time. When my father is better, I'll come back home and cook all the meals for you like I usually do.
That's not my point. I don't understand why you have to go back to your parents' house just because your dad strained his back.
Why not?
Your mom can take care of him. They don't need you.
You know my mother walks with a cane because of an accident when she was young. My dad, who used to support her, hurt his back now.
So what? I'm your first priority. It should be me, your husband. You have to follow my orders as a wife. Quit blabbing and come home.
Please, Fred.
You still don't get it? Disobey me and I'll divorce you.
Don't give me that again.
You're the one who's going to be in trouble if I divorce you because you're just a housewife who doesn't work. You can't live without me. If you really want to go against me, I will break up with you. You want me to divorce you?
You're going overboard.
Come home right now if you get what I mean.
No, I won't. I'm not going home.
Huh?
You're important to me, but I think my parents should be my priority right now.
Damn, do you really want a divorce?
I'm sorry. Please be reasonable this time.
Okay then, divorce it is.
Fred, aren't you taking a day off today? Are you going out somewhere?
Oh, it's you.
Where are you now? I'm back home. Looks like you haven't touched any of the meals I cooked you.
Of course I haven't. I can't eat such lazy cooking food.
I prepared them for you even though I was going to be late going to my parents because I knew you wouldn't cook them yourself. I wish you'd at least heat it up in the microwave yourself.
I don't need it coming from a wife who has disclaimed her role in taking care of me. You'd better be sorry and reflect on how stupid you were if you don't want me to divorce you.
When are you coming home?
Huh? I'm not going to just come home like nothing happened.
What? Why?
It's your punishment for neglecting the master of the house. If you don't want me to divorce you, you'd better reflect on your own stupidity.
Stupidity?
Oh, and one more thing. Speaking of your punishment, I'm not putting in any money this month.
What?
I'm the one who supports you, and I can't tolerate your attitude. I'll exactly show you what you get is what you deserve. Call me when you're ready to apologize to me.
Fred!
If you don't want me to divorce you, you'd better apologize properly. Later. Hey, Emily. I haven't heard from you at all. Still no remorse? It's about time you need some money, don't you? I called you because I know you're struggling. Hey, Emily. You know, being stubborn won't solve anything. Oh well, I'll give you a little more time. If you're sorry, all you have to say is that you're sorry and apologize to me. You'd better call me if you don't want me to divorce you. Hey, Emily! Why don't you show some remorse? If you don't, I'm really divorcing you. It's just those simple words. Just say that you are sorry. If you can't even say that, you're not worthy of being my wife. Show some remorse if you don't want the divorce. Oh, hi. What the hell is wrong with you? You finally responded. Do you know how long it's been?
Let's see, about 3 weeks? You haven't contacted me once so far.
I contacted you a week ago out of mercy. Who the hell do you think you are?
Oh, you contacted me?
Huh?
I didn't notice it since I've blocked you.
Blocked me? You blocked me?
Yeah, that's right.
So that means you have no remorse?
Remorse on what?
There are plenty of things you should be sorry for, especially the fact that you're not following my orders, even though I support you financially. That's the first thing you should be sorry for. You don't seem to get it, do you? I know you've run out of money to live on, haven't you?
What makes you think so?
Because the money I've been putting in every month from my paycheck is gone by now, right? You're a housewife who doesn't work. There's no way you can survive without me. If you get that, you'd better listen to me. You don't have to be tough with me.
I'm not being tough.
I know you can't live on without me.
I have no problem though.
If you give me an attitude, I'll divorce you. I'm sure you've learned in the last 3 weeks that you're only you because of me. I'm the reason you're here.
I'm actually making a good living myself.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're living in poverty.
What do you know?
What the hell are you talking about? You won't listen to my orders? I'll file for divorce if you act against me.
I already did.
What?
My goodness, I found your endless angry messages when I unblocked you to inform you that I filed for divorce. You're blowing up my phone.
What? Wait a minute. How did you get the divorce papers? I don't remember giving it to you.
Oh.
Did you fill it out and turned it in without my consent? You're screwed. It's called forgery of a private document, and it can invalidate a divorce. You're so lame. Makes me laugh.
Ha! You forgot about it, didn't you?
Forget what?
You kept the divorce papers that's been filled out in the safety box.
What?
You bought a little safety box when we got married.
Oh, that safety box?
Yep, the one you work with the dial to open it. You once told me that if I disobeyed you, you'd get a divorce. You filled out a divorce paper with our names on it and threw it in the safe with a big smirk. But from the looks of it, you didn't remember that I also had an access to the safe.
Wait a minute.
We originally bought it for both of us to use it. It's only natural that I would know how to open it too, right?
Seriously?
I didn't think you'd leave the divorce papers behind. I had to take a close look at it when I opened the safe. But the fact that you repeatedly mentioned the divorce, I figured that you actually wanted me to turn it in. So I submitted it to the city office yesterday.
What? Wait a minute.
Sorry I didn't receive your message sooner. You should be happy. We're no longer a family.
No, wait. You didn't want to divorce me, did you?
Why?
If you divorce me, you won't be able to make a living.
I wasn't relying on your salary to begin with.
Huh? I did put money into our account every month. You were able to focus on taking care of me as a housewife because I gave you the opportunity. You were obliged to thank me and follow my orders.
There's no way we can cover the living expenses for 2 people with just $300 a month.
Huh?
Think about it. Rent, parking, utilities, food, and so on. The rent alone already exceeds $400. You don't even need a brain to know that $300 is not enough. You can't even do simple addition and subtraction. Maybe you might need to go back to elementary school.
Huh? Well then, how have you been making ends meet? You don't even work, and how can you afford to put in some money?
I had a side job that I've been doing since I was single.
A side job?
When I was working for the company, it was just to make some extra money. After we got married, when you only put in a ridiculous amount of money a month, I decided I had to do something about it. So I increased the amount of my work and started to make a little bit more. I've been adding it to make the ends meet for our living.
You never told me that.
I told you when we got married. I explained to you that we won't be able to live on merely $300. But you told me that it was up to me to work it. You then slapped me when I insisted. You had a smirk on your face and told me that I should try earning it myself if I insist so much. So I did. The side job has now become my real job. I'm now able to support myself for a month.
You kidding me?
Anyways, it doesn't affect me so much that we're divorced. In fact, it saves me a lot of money that I don't have to spend on you. And most importantly, I don't have to deal with you being so unreasonable anymore. It's actually great. I'm getting more work, and everything is going well.
You know what?
What?
If that's the case, shall we get back together?
Why?
I'll be more equal with you from now on.
What's with your attitude? You're not superior to me.
You can be with me again. What's not good about it?
Didn't I just tell you that I feel great that I'm no longer with you? Meaning, I'm better off without you.
But, you know, it's kind of lonely for a 30-year-old woman living alone, isn't it? Especially at night.
I don't want to support an unemployed man.
What?
You made a big mistake and got fired, didn't you?
What are you talking about?
I've told you about a friend of mine who works for that company. Not only that, your 3 girlfriends dumped you, didn't they?
What?
I know you were seeing 3 other girls. For the first few weeks after I left home, I know you crashed at one of your girlfriends, Amy's. But she kicked you out when you got fired, right?
No way. How do you even know this?
I do have enough money to hire a personal detective.
A personal detective?
According to the report, you've been putting almost all of your paycheck into Amy and 2 other girls, haven't you?
You know about that too? I never showed you my bank status, have I?
The detective agency reported to me that they suspected you had spent all of your salaries on your girlfriend.
Wait, you hired a detective with my money? I want my money back.
I paid out of my own savings that I'd had before marrying you.
Huh? That's so wrong though. You've used it without consulting me.
My savings is my personal property. Whether we're married or divorced, it solely belongs to me.
That's not fair.
It's not wrong, and I'm not being unfair. I'm actually entitled to ask you for alimony for having an affair. But since you're unemployed, you won't be able to pay me much. Seems like your girlfriends thought you were single.
Wait, did you meet them all?
Sort of. Poor girls. They're only 20 or so. They were crying when they found out that you were married and that there were other girls on the side.
Is that why Amy kicked me out?
Exactly. She said she'll file a report if you ever go back to her place. And she's already ready to file a lawsuit if you ever start stalking her. The 2 other girls have said the same.
No.
Anyway, I find your existence nothing but trouble from the bottom of my heart. Just disappear from my presence, and I will not ask you for alimony.
Wait a minute. How about I become a housewife and you earn the money? See? Don't you think that would work?
What are you talking about? You can't even do a single housework. You think the housework is so easy, huh? You look down on housewives and house husbands, don't you?
No, but...
You really are such a pain in the ass. Get lost already.
Don't say that. I'm coming home now. Can't we talk about this?
I've moved out already.
What?
I already canceled the lease on the apartment.
Hey, you can't just. That's my room. The contract was under my name. It's my room.
What are you talking about? I told you the contract was under my dad's name.
What? Why?
You threw all of the renting procedures to me and didn't care to deal with it. You didn't even care to sign the paper. How can I put your name on the contract? Plus, you only put in $300 a month. That's why I sent your stuff to your parents' house.
Wait, where are you at right now?
So long. A few days after, I received a call from his parents and an apology for the trouble Fred had caused. They had mailed me some cash, which I left it with my parents for now. According to my ex-parents-in-law, Fred admired becoming a dominating husband when he saw his colleague acting such a way to his wife. Of course, his colleague was also divorced by his wife. Anyhow, my marriage with a cocky douchebag only lasted a year. After Fred went back to his parents' place, he found a new job. But again, he was full of himself and cocky to the girls at work, and caused some problems again, and he was fired in the end. His parents finally disowned him, and they don't even know where he is now.
I will not let a poor bachelor inherit a house. Who is it? What kind of nerve to forget your brother? My brother disappeared 5 years ago beyond the stars. What am I, a meteorite? If only he'd exploded like a big bang. I would be so happy. I took your wife, but how long have you been holding on? Like in a soap opera, you took her away during a wedding ceremony. Who wouldn't resent me for that? I was so cool then. Don't indulge yourself. Don't ever contact me again. Hey, we need to talk. I don't have anything to talk to you about. I do. I heard you inherited Mom and Dad's house. They did give me the house as an intervivor's gift. What's that got to do with you? You can't legally cut me off. So, I should have the right to inherit the house. How can you be so bold after bringing so much shame to our family? You're overreacting. I went around apologizing to everyone in attendance. I was so miserable. Kate asked me to do it. She asked me to come to get her like Prince Charming. You come on the moat, though. I couldn't arrange a horse. The moat was so too tiny. Kate had to run away dragging her dress. You don't have to remember every single thing my fiancé was taking from me. How could I forget? You're a stubborn man, aren't you? That's not true. What? She left me for you. I don't have any remorse for the stupid woman, but I do have a grudge against you guys for humiliating me. That's more disgusting. I want nothing to do with you for the rest of my life. That's all. Hey, we are not done yet. We haven't even talked about the inheritance. I thought if I digress, you let me off the hook. I guess you're not that stupid. You've been looking down on me. Don't get carried away, you single loser. You're old-fashioned. Many people stay single nowadays. You always come at me with whatever I say. I've always hated that. Because what you say is always off. I don't get it. You're square and not fun, but people like you so much. I'm the one who always greets neighbors. You always stare at people puffing on a cigarette. I'm not surprised people have a different impression. You went to a good school, graduated from college, got a cute fiancé. I was angry that you're on with everything. That's why I took Kate away from you. Is that why you took her from me? Yes, but they decided to give you the house when I thought I would one. You've got to be kidding me. I'm not fighting with you. Shut up. I can't allow you to get a good deal. I'm taking the house. That's not going to happen. Do you think I'm stupid? That's not what I'm saying. I'll take it. I'm going to take it from you forcefully. Listen, Marco. Give me the house and get the hell out. You'll be in a lot of pain if you don't. My name is Jason. I'm 35 years old. 5 years ago, on my wedding day, my brother eloped with my fiancée. It was the second most shocking event in my life. By the way, number one is when I helped someone lying on the little path, and the person happened to be the head of a mafia group. Oops, I digress. My younger brother, Marco, was a good, friendly boy when he was little. But when he was a teenager, he joined a gang group. He quickly became a problem child. My parents had to bail him out so many times. He dropped out of high school. Another gang group beat me a couple of times because I was his older brother. It's been 5 years since I lost my fiancé. I had almost forgotten that he even existed. Suddenly, I got a message from him. I thought about blocking it, but I didn't know what they might do if I cut off contact. I thought I'd wait and see what would happen. However, he took action quickly. You should run away. What now? You guys can't have the house. I don't care about the house. Just run away. What's going on? Marco is asking his buddies to help him. What? He says he'll drive around your house and have a good time. You're going to shoot some fireworks and play some loud music. You're kidding, right? It's true. He is expecting 20 or more people to show up for him. They will be there in a couple of hours. That guy? How much more trouble does he have to get people into? Your mother has a heart condition, right? Yes. Engine noises and fireworks are not good for her, so get out of the house and as soon as possible. It's okay. What? Don't worry, it's okay if Marco comes. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm surprised you remember about my mom's heart condition. She is the mother of someone I once loved. Marco? No, it's about you. What can you say that after what you did on our wedding day? I have no excuse for that. I'm really sorry. I don't need an apology right now. I've wanted to apologize for a long time. I didn't have the right to contact you, but I just couldn't let it slide this time. Thank you for telling me. I really should have stopped him, but I can't do anything. He's upset. I'm sorry if you're having a hard time. Well, maybe a little, but it's my choice. You know what? Why did you have an affair with Marco? Because was I that unreliable? Or because he's handsome? That's not it. I don't care about that. I like you because you were always so kind. Then why? Marco, you told me you were cheating on me. What? He showed me a picture of you and a woman holding hands. You guys look so happy in the picture. That made me angry, so I had relations with him. Wait a minute. I didn't cheat on you. I know you didn't. He said the pictures were professionally edited. He blurted it out when he was drunk. Why did he do that? He said he couldn't stand that you had a good life. He told me the same thing the other day. But that doesn't change the fact that I did the worst thing I could have done. Even if you were really cheating on me, I can't do the same thing to you. Why didn't you tell me right away? I only had a relationship with him, but I got pregnant. Oh, so I thought I had no choice. I knew I had no choice but to live with Marco. So I gave up everything and followed Marco's plan to run away from the wedding. I thought you wanted to do that too. No way! The plan he told me was different. I thought we were quietly disappearing after the wedding. Marco told me a different story. He said you wanted him to come and get you like Prince Charming. There's no way I like that. He came with the tiny rusty moat. That was pretty amazing. Yeah, I've never felt so stupid in my life. But you went with him. If you had explained and apologized, it should have turned out better. I know, but Marco was cursing me every day. Excuse me? He said, no one would be happier about your baby. Your family will throw you down the stairs. You'll make your baby's life miserable. So I had no choice but to run with him. That guy. No. I'm trying to blame everything on Marco. I'm such a lousy woman. Kate, I'm sorry you had to hear all this. I'm glad you guys will be okay. I didn't know anything. What? Are you apologizing? Don't do that. You didn't do anything wrong. But I can't just say, oh really? And be done with it. I deserve everything that happened to me. I want you to be happy and not worry about anything. But have you forgotten? I'm the one who hecked out on everything. I ditched our wedding and the compensation for breaking off the engagement. Don't feel sorry for me. I've forgotten about that. You can't do that. Do me a favor. Be happy. You know what? You're back to Kate I knew when we were dating. I'm someone's mother. I have to be good. You're doing great. Someday, when I can afford it, I'll pay you compensation. I'm so sorry. Bye. Yay! Let's start fireworks in front of the house. The smoke will bother you guys. I don't see any smoke at all. Then, how about you blasting the cars? It's so loud you can't sleep. It's so quiet here. How long can you keep this up? Here are some more skyrockets. Don't you think it's a little dangerous? This is my house from today. I'm going to keep doing this until you guys leave. We are not there, so it doesn't bother us no matter how hard you try. Did you run away before I got here? Nope, we don't live there. Huh? That's the mafia's safe house. Look what you've come up with. If you're joking, say something funnier than that. It's true. No mafias would use a house like this. It is convenient because no one thinks so either. The mafia's boss, I know, bought the house. That's a lie. You're a serious guy. How could you possibly know someone like that? 6 months ago, I helped a guy who collapsed on the path. He was the boss of a mafia. What? It's a shortcut I use when I'm running late. It's a narrow path and people don't use it. No one noticed he was there. We used to go up the backwoods to catch bugs, right? That's the path. Yeah, during summer vacation. I think there's a path that leads out of the town. You found him there? That's where I saw the bloody boss. A mafia war? No, he was there for bug catching. He fell, hit his head, and passed out. What a man! He was conscious and didn't want me to call an ambulance. So I rushed home and drove him to the hospital. That's awfully realistic for a made-up story. I told you it's true. He says I saved his life. I've been in touch with him ever since. Well, let's say that's true. Why are we talking about selling the house? Mom is old and needs to visit her doctor frequently. She's too old to take the bus or the train. We were thinking about moving closer to the clinic. Then the mafia boss said he would buy the house? Well, that's one thing. It's close to the place for bug catching. He asked me to sell it to him if we were moving. He loves bugs? Is he Dr. Fabre? He says he read all the Fabre's book of insects. That's what I thought. He uses the house for bug catching. It's the boss and bugs hideout. It's not a mafia safe house. Oops. I was told to say it was a safe house. I don't care about that. Are you still okay there though? Huh? If what I'm saying is true. Stop driving, guys. Stop making noise. Why are you messaging me? Oh, no. Stop the blasting and everything. You're still texting me. Oh no, the lights came on. It was dark until now. I can see people. I told the boss about you guys beforehand. He said he sent all the underlines out to meet you. Oh no. And about Kate? I don't care about her now. You should care about her. She told me everything. When did you guys talk? She told me you were trying to get into the house. That woman. You've been a real coward, haven't you? I don't know what she told you. She chose me over you. You forced her to do so, didn't you? Did she come crying to you? No. Kate never said anything. She just apologized. Is she acting like a good person now? I'll have to punish her when I get home. Do you always do that to her? What? You heard all that? No, I told my boss friend. Then his acquaintance did a lot of research. Huh? I didn't mean to pay in further. But if what Kate said was a lie, I was going to demand a lot of money. Is that what you were thinking? You don't have to be so vindictive. As a result, everything Kate said was true. So he went to apologize for doubting her. What? Did he go to see her? They are very disciplined like that. Wait a minute. Then, Kate has been working day and night. You're taking all her wages. Your buddies are always watching her for you. You can't escape. He saw everything. Damn. Kate's parents are on their way to pick her up. What? I was going to live happily ever after with her earning. What are you going to do about it? You won't have a happy future anyway with your current situation. But don't worry, the boss is very kind. He didn't call the police. He said you guys would talk it out. Oh no, many guys just came out of the house, but if we attack them together, my bodies are all gone. Did they betray you in an instant? Stop laughing and do something about it. They'll beat me up. Don't worry, you guys are going to have a little talk. I'm not in the mood for this. They are all looking at me. And thankfully, he's going to give you a great job. You can pay the compensation for a wedding and the engagement breakup. That's Kate's responsibility. He thinks you're the biggest loser ever. I don't want to hear that from a mafia. I agree with him. You are the biggest loser. You are my big brother. You'd have a guilty conscience doing this to me. Who? My brother disappeared 5 years ago beyond the stars. That again? Don't contact me ever again. Sorry, I'm sorry. Please help me. After that, Marco was taken inside the boss's house. I have no idea what happened to him. Neighbors said they heard someone's cries of despair throughout the night or not. Sometime later, I received some money in my bank account. It was compensation for breaking off the engagement and the wedding expenses for Marco. Kate is now living with her parents. She's working and raising her child and paying me the compensation monthly. I told her she didn't need to because Marco had paid it all. But she says that's not good enough. If that's what she wants to do, I'll accept it for now. I'm planning to give it to her someday, when her child grows up. I don't hold a grudge against her anymore, but that doesn't mean I will get back together with her. She sometimes visits us with her child. My parents love playing with her first grandchild. I would like to keep in touch with her as a good friend.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.